Moi, this is Maria, your astronomer and writer in Helsinki, and I'm continuing kind of to test um, and learn how to use the Prism Studio um, app because I'm having trouble doing live streaming with the YouTube app because I keep losing those live streams because typically they are supposed to be saved so that I can post them on YouTube and have them for replay so that people can go back to it if they want to and watch it after the live stream itself. But many times I had problems and this content was gone, so I'm trying different apps. This moment, the Prism Live app, which allows me to use my mobile phone. And I'm hoping to use mobile phone because I love going outside and showing you Helsinki. But today I will start by discussing a little bit coffee, the topic of coffee. I am a coffee drinker, um, and I got inspired by an Italian channel, learning Italian channel, where the host was discussing his take on making coffee in Italy. So I wanted to show you a few things which were on my mind before that too to show, because partially this video documents the video content that I put out there is partially for the generations to come that can use and learn about their crazy relative who moved from California to Finland to learn that background. And there are various multi heritage from my bloodline. So I think it's a great way to impart knowledge because I'm talking. So of course it can disappear. So that I believe in God's hands. But I wanted to show you. I'm gonna flip my camera, and I'm not in the kitchen. I'm at my. Um, so can I? Yeah. Okay. Um, so be patient with me because I don't know how to use this app very well. But this is a type of. I'm not in the kitchen at my work desk. So, but this is a type of device or container I saw people make coffee in growing up, and then when I was a teenager, I was making coffee. So this is Jazve. It's called Jazve, and I grew up in Armenia. This type of container is might be shared in other places, and it might be used, and the recipe used may be different. The traditions around it might be different because different, even within the same country, there are differences. So this is what I saw as a child in my neighborhood and in my family. I grew up in Armenia, and the first thing that when I see this Jazve, what it reminds me is uh, the concept of time. And when you move across cultures, of course, you can say, oh, this culture, some people choose to say, oh, this culture is correct and this culture is not correct. I am of opinion that it's just different. So, of course, it might be harder to appreciate something that is different. But I am now living in Finland and still I have trouble around coffee time. So, coffee time, meal time in Finland is very fast. So, drinking coffee, a coffee break, drinking coffee at home, it's very fast, and eating is very fast. When I go somewhere to have lunch at work, um, a work lunch is super fast. So people eat fast, and this is difficult for me because I'm more comfortable with slow food consumption. So eating food slowly, and I especially was because I'm not Finnish. I'm now a new citizen of Finland, but I'm not Finnish. So I was talking to a lady who is Finnish, and she was describing their dinners. And she's also an academic mom, and of course I don't know how the dinners go. So it was interesting for me. And she said that they finish their dinner start to end in 15 minutes. uh, and she also has small kids and I have small kids, so for me it was a culture shock because I cannot imagine a dinner in 15 minutes, and sounds to me stressful. It's to me personally, of course it works for their family and maybe other people in Finland are doing that same way, but for us dinner is a long process. We sit together, we talk about the day. Even with my little kids, we go around the table. I ask my husband, how is it going? What did you do? We ask the kids, what did they do in daycare? We chit chat and we eat slowly, multiple courses. We might do some activities, they might help. Somebody says, John Park, I grew up in Armenia. Where do you live now? I live in Finland. Hello, everybody. Thank you for putting what you think. Oh, all right. Please, let's keep it civil. I don't know how to. We'll just ignore bad people at the moment. But yeah, I grew up in Armenia. So this is one thing that I saw is the time to enjoy coffee is slow. I'm female. It makes a difference in Armenia if you are a woman or a man in most things, especially when I was growing up, which was ages ago. So coffee time was when I lived on the fifth floor, and I remember going after school up all these staircases because there's no elevator to get to our floor, the fifth floor. And on several floors, there would be women neighboring from that floor, set up in the middle corridor, making coffee and chit chatting. They might be chit chatting, making coffee, and also making some preserves like a tomato preserve or some jam because we have winters. So this is what I grew up with. And then when I went to visit my dad sometimes at his work, he worked at a school. They would drink Nescafe, so not this is, but they would drink instant coffee. And then my mom taught me how to make this coffee. So my family was not part of this neighbors drinking together because I grew up in Armenia. But at least in my neighborhood, it made a difference because we were not born in that neighborhood. We moved from Georgia after the Soviet Union collapsed. Everybody was excited. My family was excited that Armenia gained independence, and several families moved, but they are from historically different parts of historical Armenia that doesn't exist anymore. So that made a difference, and somehow the neighbors didn't make friends with us, as partially the reason. So we didn't really have friendly relationships, so nobody invited us for coffee. Later on, many years later, after I moved and immigrated to the United States, later on, my mom already was having coffee with the neighbors, but it took several decades, I guess 2 decades, to have that same experience between two neighbors, even though, so just a little bit difference in the same nationality, different background can make a difference. Like in Finland. In Finland, I live in Helsinki. There are differences also I'm learning, and I'm interested about that. But here's one. It's called the Jazve. So here's another one. So this is probably for 1 cup, and the recipe that I was given, you grind coffee and 1 teaspoon of ground coffee and 1 small cup, like a really tiny coffee cup. I should have rubbed the cups too, next video. You mix it together and you have to slowly cook it on a low heat and mix it the whole time. And when it starts, I don't know how to. Okay. Yes, let's block these people. Let's block the bad people. Okay. Um, I'm new to this platform, so I'm not sure how to do it. I know on YouTube I have settings that prevent people from doing nasty things on my live streams or in general. But here I'm just learning, so sorry about that. Okay, so the recipe is that you take 1 teaspoon of ground coffee and 1 cup of um, water, but it's a very small cup, like maybe 100 milliliters of water, and you mix it and you gently mix it until it starts boiling, and it doesn't really boil, it just rises to the top. So when it starts rising, it means it's done, and you take it off the heat and enjoy it. And you can add sugar if you want, or you can drink it black. And I have never seen anybody use milk with their coffee. So this is probably 1 person coffee. And when I was taking the train, and that wasn't that long ago, 10 years ago or so, we took a train from Armenia to Georgia with my husband. We had a big family trip, and there you could order coffee. And I kid you not, the lady was on some little heating element, making coffee with a little tiny jazz-way, 1 by 1, 1 cup by 1 cup. So it is a slow process. Uh, this is probably maybe 2-3 cups. And I have a big daddy one from my family. I don't know, I have a collection of these. So that's many cups of coffee. So this one is, I don't know what kind of metal it is, but it's just one metal. And these other ones, they are special because inside it's a little dusty because I haven't used it for a while. Inside they have silver lining. So all these other 3 have a silver lining, and this one is very old. And there is a silver lining. So I don't know what's the reason or how other people do it. And I was looking today. This is called, it's made in USSR. So for people who don't know USSR, made in USSR. I see your comment, John Park. Thanks for. I don't think it's a question. You're just passing on judgment. I'll just let you be. Yeah, I'll just let you be because I'm not gonna answer. You can think whatever you want. You are entitled to. But this is made in USSR, and people, they think sometimes that USSR is Russia, but no, there were many countries, including Armenia, part of USSR. So this is also made in USSR. So this country doesn't exist anymore. And this one has nothing, so I don't know where it was made. I know this one also has nothing. And this one was made by hand. You can see because somebody in my family did it. You can see because it's not, all straight and all even. It's made by hand, but it's pretty good. So this is how we make coffee. When I was growing up, so I have never seen anybody else in Armenia or any other region that uses jazve with such a big coffee cup, a coffee jazve. I don't know why my family had to ever make a giant jazve. I'm thinking maybe they had a shop a restaurant or something where they had to, or a really large family at some point where they had to make a lot of coffee for everybody. So there you go. Thank you for sharing about your uh, experiences. Yes, yes, it is shared. And what is the difference between Turkey and Arabic countries, like one of the commenter, and also Armenia? It is interesting that things are shared, but there is a diversity. So Turkey and Arabic countries, for example, have the Muslim religion, and it's quite drastic religions, and the Christian religion in Armenia, but other things are similar. So I'm gonna finish the coffee topic now. So I'm gonna continue with reading my poetry, and I think, yeah, let's see. So every month I try to read poetry. I have published 2 books, and today I will read from my Kindle, which I'm also new to. So bear with me, because um, I'm also new to this. Yeah, let's. So when I read my poetry, I apologize. Uh, okay, I'm slow because this is a new platform for me. Thank you so much for joining, all the nice people. Thank you for joining the also those people who were not nice, because I saw some bad comments there, and I pray for you. So I would never say something bad to another being, and I think if you are doing it, it means you're hurting inside, and I pray for you. So God brought you to my channel, so you get some reminders that God loves you. Okay. Uh, so it is poetry, so I know not everybody likes it, so you don't have to stay. um, so I will read. Uh, these poems are kind of like prayers. That's how it um, is. And I published recently 2 poetry books. They're both on Amazon, and I'm very grateful that God gave me this opportunity. So let's start. I will read maybe 2. Um, I will give you my life gladly. I trust you wholeheartedly. It is a pleasure for me to walk with you. I'm overwhelmed with joy to follow your lead and discover what you have in store for me. Please help me be with you always. And I'll read another one. Is hopeful. Lord, please help us. You are my comfort. All my fears to you, I will not be afraid. God is always with me. I will have faith, be still, and look into the future with hope. Thank you so much. So I will scan now the John Park is engaging a lot. Thank you. I like my grandpa stuff too. To adjust my lifestyle. Well, yeah, you apply your critical thinking skills to your life. Uh, you can do whatever you want. Historically, I believe I've received much influence. I'm happy what you do this. Oh, thank you for positive comments. It doesn't have to be positive, but it's nice to hear. I'm mainly doing it also as a record for my children and so on, but I hope it blesses all the viewers. I'm in USA, and one time I took Finnish language to start business in Finland too. Where from in USA? And how hot is it there? Uh, where from? I visited few states, and I took Finnish language to start business. Yeah, how is Swedish going? I'm also studying Finnish language. That's very great. I think that's commendable that you started learning some second language. Thank you for sharing that, and I hope that you have success in your projects. It's not easy, I imagine, to move to another country, but then to do business in another country, it's not easy. So, very spiritual lady. Thank you. I hope I have my faults, but thank you for all the comments, and I wish you a nice week. Thank you so much for engaging with me. I'm sorry that I didn't block some weird comments. I'm seeing there that Narek Avedisan wrote Armenia, so I don't know what he means. Is it that he's from Armenia? Narek, are you from Armenia? Or I don't know if you mean that I'm in Armenia. I don't live in Armenia right now. I grew up in Armenia, certain part of my childhood. I and another person said that they are Finnish. Hello, somebody from Finnish Heritage wrote that they are Finnish. Thank you. Are you in which city are you? If you want, you can write. If you want, you can tell me which cities you are from, and I will learn more about U.S. cities. And um, in Lohja, we love Lohja. Our family, we love Lohja. We don't have a lot of money to travel, but we had some nice travel times there, because for I was so afraid to travel in Finland because I'm new to this country. So for many years, for 5 years, I didn't travel of living here. And last few years, we started going to learn to Porvoo. In the winter, we went to Oulu. So these are different cities outside of Helsinki. And we did go to Lohja. We enjoyed the natural area there, and we went swimming there. And they had this kind of a festival for autumn festival for children with chickens, and so my kids enjoyed it with different vegetables and stuff. So it was an event for children. I really enjoyed it. So um, um, there was something I'm forgetting to say. Something was on my mind and I forgot. But anyway, thank you so much. I wish everybody to have a nice summer, to enjoy your summer, and I hope that I can master this live streaming software so I can do it better. And I have to now learn how to put restrictions so people who write mean things don't mess up my stream. So sorry about that. But God bless you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you, USA. Thank you, Finland. Thank you, maybe Armenia. God bless you. And thank you to my family. I don't know how, but I ended up with this collection of jazz bass. And yeah, I appreciate those little things from the old country that I still have. So, okay.